Assalamu alaikum everyone. May the peace of Allah be upon all of you. I pray that you are in great health and faith. So every time I had the desire to start something, whether it is to write a blog post or write a book, or if I wanted to level up in my Quran journey, or even creating a video content, 1,000,001 excuses start flooding my mind. But I now recognize that they were all excuses 99% of the time. Here are the 3 big excuses that personally stopped me from starting, and that is probably stopping you from starting whatever it is that you want to start. As I worked through my insecurities and squashed each and every excuse, I still found that there were excuses that kept recurring and that were lingering, and that's what I want to share with you today. The first big excuse: waiting for the perfect or the right time to start. SubhanAllah, that was one thing that I personally struggled with. In my mind, there was a perfect time to start. And the more I dug deep, it was not true. There's no such thing as a perfect time. There's only just time. The second big excuse is not having the things we need to start. So before, when I wanted to start something, there was always, oh, but I need this to start, I have to do this and this to start, or I have to buy such and such, and I have to organize this and this before I can even begin. But I realized, what's wrong with using what I have now? Why don't I use what I have now to start and slowly building and getting what I need afterwards? So I had to train my mind to think, okay, maybe I should use what I have now first to start. Otherwise, I'm just telling myself excuses. So that's the second big excuse. The third and the last big excuse that I personally had to deal with is fear. Fear of making mistakes, fear of the unknown, fear of thinking that you will not make it, fear of not being liked, fear of being judged and putting yourself out there, fear of embracing being just a beginner, just being in the beginner stage. So SubhanAllah, so much fear. And I realized that over time, fear will diminish, but in the beginning, fear will always be there. An example I can give you is when I first learned how to swim. When I was first learning, I was terrified of the water. For a good reason, because I did not want to drown and die. So when I was learning with fear. I was making sure I always had the ropes, or I was near the ledge I can grab onto. I always had a life jacket. So I did everything I could to protect myself, by the will of Allah, to not drown and die. But over time, as I learned how to swim, that fear subsided until I had no fear, that I could literally swim in the deep end, no problems. I could dive off from the board, no problems. And literally water was not, or the pool, or just a body of water I did not associate it with fear. I associated it with fun. So fear in the beginning is legitimate. I honestly, I think it's legitimate, it's okay. Fear of the unknown is okay, but that should not stop you. You should still do it. And over time, you'll see that the fear will diminish slowly and slowly and slowly. And I also want to acknowledge that, of course, there are legitimate reasons why we are unable to start or do the things that we desire to do, and only you know in your life, like, the legitimate reasons. When you want to do something good, when you want to start something good, when you want to do something for the sake of Allah, for example, you want to increase in your Islamic knowledge, the shaitan will come so quick, and the first thing that they're going to try to do is to discourage you, to whisper, and to just get you not to go on that path towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And for that, you always say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. I seek the refuge with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the accursed shaitan. And always begin with Bismillah. Anything good that you want to do, start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are 3 big excuses that appear all the time when we want to start something new. For me, what I found was, number 1, always waiting for the perfect time and the right time. The second one is not using what we have right now. So oftentimes we tell ourselves, I need A, B, and C before I can even start. But I personally am telling you, start with what you have right now, and inshallah, build towards getting what you need slowly by slowly. Otherwise, you will always need A, B, and C. And lastly, it's fear. I already talked about fear. Push through the fear. The fear will minimize, and inshallah, over time, you'll overcome it, and then you'll start something new. Rinse and repeat. Please let me know in the comments below which of these 3 excuses that personally get you or that affects you the most. I would love to hear your thoughts. Please like and subscribe to this channel if you find it valuable, and we love and appreciate your support always. I am your Abaya, Juweria, leaving you with Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace, mercy, blessings of Allah be upon all of you.